Chicago Cubs. News today.
Forget about mid-season rentals who wear a Cubs uniform for 2 months and then leave in the winter. The market has just presented a proposal that not only saves our rotation for October, but also provides long-term stability. What's up, Northside Nation? Jake Reynolds here. And what we've got today isn't just another random Twitter rumor. If Chicago's front office keeps sitting back and waiting for a medical miracle, this team could throw its season away before August even arrives. The National League Central is unbelievably competitive this year. Relying on patchwork solutions on the mound is basically handing a playoff spot to the competition. The real consequence of failing to make an aggressive move right now is crushing the morale of a clubhouse that entered 2026 with massive expectations. The pressure on Jed Hoyer has reached a critical level. If the Chicago Cubs can't find an experienced arm capable of eating innings and handling pressure, the collapse of the rotation could drag the entire team down with it. And the solution to prevent that disaster may be wearing a Kansas City Royals uniform right now. A trade that could completely change the team's future. But I need to ask you something, Bleacher Bums. Do you really trust what's left of this rotation? Do you look at this patched together pitching staff and think, yeah, we're ready for the playoffs? Because I look at it and get chills. I want you to think like a general manager for a moment. What would you do if you had to save the season today? The brutal reality is that injuries have destroyed the team's plans. Cade Horton is out for the season after undergoing Tommy John surgery. Matthew Boyd and Justin Steele have also landed on the injured list. And as if that weren't enough, Jamison Talion has just been placed on the 15-day injured list. The result? The Chicago Cubs have already used 8 different starting pitchers in just 21 games. 8. That has exposed a massive weakness that must be addressed before the August 3rd trade deadline. The healthy group of Edward Cabrera, Shota Imanaga, and Colin Rea is respectable, but the team still lacks that elite veteran arm capable of leading a playoff rotation. That's where the perfect proposal comes in. Send promising right-handed pitching prospect Jostin Florentino and defensive catcher Ariel Armas to the Royals in exchange for veteran starter Michael Wacha. 2 young prospects for an immediate impact starter. Honestly, I've lost so much hair analyzing this rotation that my wife suggested I start following another sport. But when I first saw this Michael Wacha proposal, I felt a level of peace I haven't felt since 2016. I love our prospects. I follow their obscure minor league statistics while I'm supposed to be working my IT job. But I'm tired of watching the front office cling to future potential while the major league team struggles. I'm exhausted by future projects. We need to win now. And Wacha is exactly the type of pitcher I'd hand the ball to in an elimination game without having to call my cardiologist beforehand. And this isn't just emotional fan talk. The numbers back it up. In 2026, Michael Wacha has quietly put together an excellent season, posting a 3.44 ERA across 13 starts. He has recorded 67 strikeouts and a 1.14 whip over 81 innings pitched. We're talking about a 34-year-old right-hander who has now posted 4 consecutive seasons with an ERA in the low 3s. This isn't a hot streak, it's durability. What makes this trade especially attractive is the contract situation. Wacha signed a 3-year, $51 million deal that runs through 2027, with a club option for 2028. In other words, the Cubs would gain cost certainty and long-term stability. On the other side, the Kansas City Royals entered June with 22 wins and 35 losses, positioning themselves firmly as sellers. And Wacha is their most valuable trade asset. Florentino owns an ERA below 2.00 at the single A level and features a curveball highly praised by Baseball America. Armas has thrown out 46.9% of would-be base stealers and has been ranked as the organization's 19th best prospect. Is that a steep price? Absolutely. But it's fair market value for a veteran starter with contract control and proven postseason experience. And this is where I get frustrated with part of the fan base that panics every time a prospect's name comes up in trade talks. I understand Florentino's value, okay? A 21-year-old Dominican pitcher striking out more than 10 batters per 9 innings is every rebuilding franchise's dream. Armas is impressive too. The kid has a cannon for an arm and elite pitch framing skills behind the plate. But pay close attention to this. Neither of them solves our August 2026 problem. What exactly are we supposed to do? Wait 3 years for them to reach the majors while wasting the prime years of Shota Imanaga. To me, trading these two prospects is a perfectly calculated risk. Why? Because the Cubs would still keep their true untouchable prospects off the table, including Jefferson Rojas. We'd be moving two pre-MLB prospects in exchange for a player who isn't just a temporary rental. We'd be strengthening the rotation for this year's playoff push and next season as well. For the front office, this should be an obvious decision. Jed Hoyer has to stop being cautious. The championship window is wide open, but the current pitching staff won't survive a long postseason run. Turning future assets into immediate production is what winning organizations do. The 2016 Cubs did exactly that. Now it's time to show that same level of aggression for Michael Wacha, with the massive added bonus of not losing him in November. If I'm sitting in Jed Hoyer's chair today, I already have the phone in my hand. Now the ball is in your court, North Side Nation. I want to see how you think strategically. Would you push the button on this trade today to bring Michael Wacha to Chicago, or would you hold on to Justin Florentino and Ariel Armas for an uncertain future? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I'll be reading every single one while pretending to work. And if you want to check out official Cubs merchandise and support the team, the link is in the description. Go Cubs go!